What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, March 8th. We are less than 1 month away from WrestleMania 41, right? Yeah, WrestleMania 41. I keep thinking, or is 40. It 40? It's 40. Jesus, I'm already skipping time. Woo! I got so excited for WrestleMania.
Well, that's one, because talks are about Minnesota for WrestleMania 40, and that's why 41, and that's why you're into 41. You, in your eyes, Cody Rhodes is already a champion and everything.
I've been working my ass off on that stuff, like behind the scenes.
I know.
Just, it's been like. I got to give Sean some credit, man. I don't know how the hell he does it because I've been talking to tons of people and I haven't really been comfortable like with anything, like just trying to break anything and telling Sean to look into this, tell him to look into that. Just nothing's been comfortable for me. So, but I'm hoping. I'm hoping. But anyways, guys, welcome to Coexisting. We got a lot to talk about. We are going to talk TNA Sacrifice. We're going to give you a preview. I'm going to give you our predictions. We are going to talk AEW Revolution. We're going to talk about AEW Dynamite. We're going to talk about the WWE Hall of Famers. They announced 4 total since Monday. Wow, that came like out of nowhere to do 4. But we have a lot to talk about. But as I start every show, Maggie, how are you?
Right out of the gate, Rob let us address the sunglasses wearing elephant in the room because I kind of feel like we have to. So, guys, hi. I have a problem with my eyes. I really do not want to discuss it. It's really bugging me. I'm really bummed out about it. But I do not wish to show you guys my eyes because if it were up to me, I wouldn't see them right now. And so this is kind of hard for me because I need to be wearing my glasses. So a bit of a backstory for me. People wearing sunglasses indoors for me is the douchiest of moves ever. So for me to be doing it, you must realize just how important it is for me to be wearing those glasses right now, even though I really, really don't want to. And believe me, it's bugging me way more than it's bugging you right now. Believe me, I would ask for our wonderful moderators right now who are present in the chat, for anyone who's giving me crap for wearing glasses right now, to fucking piss them off. Like, please. I don't want Rob to do it because Rob takes it really personally when someone's making fun of me. So I will, yeah.
I'll go through the chat. It's kind of like, have you ever seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I know.
Okay, so it's like at the end where I'll just go to their house and like, are you douchebag 7469? And then boom, just punch him right in the ovaries.
So I'm hoping that this goes away faster because like it's been 3 days and it's not, and I know this sorts of it's not pink eye, just so you guys know. I know it takes time for this to heal, but it's bugging me. It's uncomfortable as hell. It itches, and it's just it is not something. It's not the way I wanted to celebrate International Women's Day. So I'm sending all the love and all the hugs to all the women in wrestling media and in wrestling and all around, actually, because like women are, you know how women are, like people overlook us. So most of the time, and I would know because I cannot look at anything right now.
Well, you know how I wanted to start the show. I wanted to say, Maggie, what's going on with your eyes? And then say this.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Okay. So the only way I will allow for people to make fun of me right now is for you guys to send your eye jokes in super chats and humper chats at humperchats.com if this was sour grabs. Kate and Alex would have done eye jokes, eye puns right now. So like it's fun. You can send a super chat. It's the bottom of the live chat. It's the little dollar sign, or you can send a humper chat at humperchats.com. If you want your question or statement read on the air, any amount of a donation will. Also, if you want to support the show, this is the most direct way to support Rob and I. So also please leave a like on the video. It is really, really important. And last but definitely not least, please subscribe to Fightful Select. It is our bread and butter. A lot of people bust their asses. Rob also apparently, like, he's been busting his ass over there trying to get some scoopsies.
Not going too well, but I've been working on it.
It's fine, and I like, I know that you now know how horrible it is. But like, please, it's like the easiest $5 that you're gonna spend. But let's Rob, I cried about 3 times about Will Ospreay this week. So um like, rather than, how much time does it pass? Oh, are we 6 minutes in our show?
Yeah,
Because
we
I
are.
cannot see. But the second FYI for our audience, those are regular sunglasses. They're not seeing glasses, because, like, you guys know that I wear glasses usually. So these glasses don't have lenses on them, so I can't see shit right now. So yeah. So let me just say, fuck this year, okay? Fuck this year. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Everything sucks apart from wrestling. Wrestling. Don't cry.
I'm not. I was thinking about a tweet earlier how earlier I'm like, I've had to send. There's been 2, like, I upload the podcast. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw this tweet, but I upload the podcast, and at the bottom of every time I upload the podcast, it says, "Is there like, does this show contain expletives?" And I said, "There's only been twice that I've ever not had to click that, and the first
Is it
time was the time you
is
were
it
not
our
up."
show? Is it the
Yes.
show when we told ourselves that
Well,
we were gonna
that
take
was
it easy?
that was the first. That was the second one. The first one was the one where Drew filled in for
Oh, and that's it.
you. Yeah. So when you just started just dropping those, I just started
Yeah,
laughing.
but
And
like, Drew was on Fightful Select. Like, we were on Fightful Select when we were
yeah,
with
but
Drew. So
I still uploaded it
you
though.
still, you still had
Yeah.
to upload it. Yeah. So like I said, fuck this year. It can just go fuck itself. Right
Right.
up in the asshole. Okay. Right up the asshole. Everything sucks about this year. Sucks so
Okay.
much apart from wrestling.
All right.
Everything in wrestling is so cool right now, and we are gonna talk about it. Read some super
All right.
chats.
Let's do that. We'll start with some super chats and then we'll get going here. Ryan Sullivan says, "My God, Maggie looks like a cool jazz musician." Jackie Rodriguez, hello, Jackie. She says, "It's been too long.
I
Hello, friends."
adore you. Happy Women's Day, Jackie.
Soupy says, "So I, EYE, am able to make puns."
Of course.
Ryan Sullivan again says, "Ivy Nile."
I
Well played. All right. So let's get into this.
thank you,
Maggie,
everyone. You are a ray of sunshine, just like I am, but I'm better. So, like, let's go.
the thing is, Maggie, you being here, you know what you did?
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
You sacrificed to be here. You put your eyesight on the line just so you could be here. And that means a lot. So,
I am about to gouge your eyes out. So let's,
okay.
continue.
I like it when
with
you
the
talk
show.
dirty. So that works. All right.
Ew.
So, WWE announced this week on Monday, they announced their first WWE Hall of Famer, and it was none other than Mr. Paul Heyman. Definitely deserved, as I remove that comment.
Yes, please. I love Ryan, but like, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul Heyman was nominated. Oh, here we go. Not Sean Ross Sapp, but I don't know who this
Rob, where's your disguise?
let me give me a second. I can probably
Me and
find
Maggie have disguises. That's why I'm wearing this.
one. Okay, hold on. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
How's it going, Maggie?
Not so good, sweetie. How are you?
I mean, it's very hot in here. But
so
good seeing you.
What the fuck is this?
Well, I saw that you were here wearing your sunglasses, and I thought that we were doing like some sort of incognito thing.
Yeah, I wish that's all that we were doing.
I mean, that's what I was under the impression was going on here. That's why I wore this. This hat doesn't really fit my head, but here I am.
Is it
The
because
hair
you're so
goes
tall?
surprisingly well with this.
I think that your hat doesn't fit because of the hair. Why do you have that hair? Please remove all this. See, your hat fits now. What have you been up to? I mean, I'll just go ahead and think that you're just here to make me laugh because I really need it. So, like, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I am. And
Yeah,
top of the morning to you. Howdy.
Do you have more?
Those are the only ones I know.
Those are the only ones. Yeah. So, are you?
It's very hard to breathe.
You can remove it anytime you want. By the way,
I can't. People will know who I am.
Oh no! Are you gonna hide behind Fightful Select?
Okay, before I go on screen, I'm gonna look like I might have like ate somebody from Ireland, so just be aware.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That is a really good one.
yeah, but it
Why?
still looks
Why
like,
do I not have this?
I don't know, but I look like Fat Balor. Dun-dun-dun. I'm his older brother. Okay, I'm removing this before. Yeah. 1 second. I can't see.
Somebody said I looked like Kamala's manager. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Who showed up? I don't know who that was.
I don't know. Like I have no idea. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that looks like a Spawn
What?
mask.
Yeah. So we were talking about Paul Heyman before Kinky Hangman joined us here. He can't breathe, so he's breathing really awkwardly into the microphone.
I just want to say, damn, that person was right. I do look like Kamala's manager.
God, what was his name? Oh man, I forgot.
I thought it was Kato or something.
Yeah, something.
But I'll pull it up real quick because it looks. Obviously, I didn't intend to, but damn, y'all got a lot of files in here. What the hell? There we go.
Yeah, it's Fightful Overbook. You know.
Yeah, it's overbooked. So
that's where all the cool people. Kimchi is what Scott George does.
Kimchi, yeah.
Oh my god, you really do.
Like if it was modernized, for sure. Anyway, I can't breathe. I'll see you guys later.
All right. That was an interesting 5 minutes of showing. I can't talk. This is
Let's talk about Paul Heyman.
Hey, at least we got another $5 because of this. Spit out my drink at Fat Balor. We can tag, and I'll be JD McWaysatuna. There we go. It took me a second. JD McWaysatuna. Hey, at least your head's not that big. So, All right, so let's get back to it.
Does this make me Rhea Ripley?
She doesn't. Sure, you can be Rhea Ripley.
I mean, sure. Like, throw me a bone, why don't you?
Yeah, well, you're cool. You're a champion in our book. So let's go back. Paul Heyman, WWE Hall of Fame. It was announced this week, deservedly so. Obviously, with them being in Philadelphia, this was the right place to do this. Obviously, I know you don't have any problems with it. Do you agree that it's the right place? I mean, I think we all guessed it was going to be like Paul Heyman would be one of the people there for Philly.
Philly, of course. But the big question here is who inducts Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame. This is what everyone was talking about when he was announced as the first inductee in this year's Hall of Fame. Who do you think? Because I kind of feel like a lot of people are pointing at CM Punk.
CM Punk's the most, in my opinion, the most logical, like right now. That's probably the most logical choice. And if you guys have somebody in chat, because we're in chat, let us know, because there might be somebody we're missing. I know a lot of people said Tommy Dreamer, but because of the past between those two, I don't think that's going to happen. Bubba Dudley's another person people said, and I don't know about that one either.
Bully Ray, really?
Yeah, I that's just like, I don't know if they have a problem.
Everyone from WCW, probably. Everyone from WCW. I can see RVD, but like he's.
You mean ECW?
What did I say?
You said WCW, and there could be somebody from WCW there too.
ECW. I meant ECW, because like every time, like Rob Van Dam shows up and people start chanting ECW. So anyone from the Dudleys, Rob Van Dam is also a valid point. I don't know if they'll ever, close their eyes when when it comes to people with under AEW contract that induct people into the WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know if they ever will, but hey, CM Punk is right there. I wouldn't let it be Brock Lesnar for obvious reasons. But yeah, Punk is being,
Punk
probably.
is I would say most likely. Another person that, and I would need to do some more research on this, but another person is Steve Austin has a good relationship with Paul Heyman as well. Paul Heyman
absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, I remember that. Remember that, but like, is this the first person that comes to your mind?
No,
when you think of Paul Heyman?
CM Punk, I think, is the best choice. But we'll have to move on. But the next person, I'll tell you who I think is going to induct Bull Nakano. I think it's going to be Alundra Blaze. Bull Nakano was only in WWF for 1 year, but she has a hell of a career. She was in there, I think, 1995, 94 or 95-ish, around that time. Her character was awesome, like, for who she was, but she feuded with Alundra Blaze. Alundra Blaze should be the one that puts her in my opinion. Deservedly so. I think Bull Nakano is definitely a Hall of Famer. I like this call. That was a great choice, I think. The one they announced today was quite a surprise to me. I think it was quite a surprise to everybody. It was the fact that they added the American Express.
Yes.
Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Triple H.
Triple H gave him the call.
Yeah.
Pretty emotional call for those two.
Yeah, it was pretty emotional call. Was it a FaceTime or was it like something else?
Zoom, probably, or
Zoom, or like, anyway.
Yeah, one of those two. But I mean, it was an emotional call, which it was good to watch the video. and Mike Rotunda being in the Hall of Fame is good. This is Barry Windham's second time. This will be his second induction because he was part of the Four Horsemen one, I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe that was the one that people said he should have been. My memory sucks when it comes to the Hall of Fame stuff because it was. I think it was Barry Windham that got in with the Horsemen.
I
Now I
don't
can't remember.
because like I don't think WWE throws much importance to the WWE Hall of Fame because
Yeah.
in itself is not a real thing. So my memory also sucks when it comes to this because I know that it actually does not
Well, I know
matter.
J.J. Dillon was one. Oh, you know what? It was Tully Blanchard. So it wasn't Barry Windham. That was the one a lot of people thought should have been. It was
So
Ole.
that's why you remember that.
Yeah, it was Ole, Arn. I want to say Arn, Ole, Tully, and Rick.
You know, I would help you with the chat, but I can't see shit
Yeah, I
in the
know.
chat.
The chat will tell me while we continue. But both those guys definitely deserve it. So putting those two in together, I like it. It's a good idea. And yeah, he was okay. That's right. Oh yeah, it wasn't Ole. Vince and Ole hate each other, or Vince doesn't. Yeah, that's right. Oh, so it was Barry. Okay, yeah, that's why. Because Ole and Vince, that's a whole different story. Those two. But anyways, so those are so far your WWE Hall of Famers. There's probably going to be a celebrity inducted, like they usually do. Don't know who that's going to be.
Limp Bizkit.
It's Limp Bizkit. Okay. So AJ Lee would be a good option for you.
You know what?
Bray Wyatt is who I want it to be.
No. Bray Wyatt. Like I want Bray Wyatt to lead that class of Hall of Famers, and with Paul Heyman there, I suppose that Paul Heyman will be the one leading the class. So if Bray Wyatt is gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I want him to be the head of that class. So probably next year.
This is a good choice for the celebrity one. Cyndi Lauper. All right.
Fred Durst is right there.
Yeah. Cyndi Lauper, Fred Durst, same thing.
Yeah.
Roll out.
There you go.
Okay, so moving on to AEW, some changes this week. We saw the Mike Santana. He left the company, departed AEW. It's a shame that we never saw
Proud and Powerful as
win
tag team
titles.
champions.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I will never shut up about the fact that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy were tag team champions before Best Friends, before Proud and Powerful. You know, like those like legitimate teams. You know.
Yeah,
I know that it was, you know, in a it made Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy into a totally different thing that actually, you know, made them into a different act. Like Luchasaurus is right now Kill Switch, but like I kind of feel like all of this could have happened without them having the titles.
Yeah.
That is just me.
Got another super chat here. Chuck J says, "Love Maggie. Rob, don't be an ass on Women's Day." I'm not an ass usually. Well, okay. I won't be.
That means I can be an asshole today. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I won't play that sacrifice. I won't play that sacrifice video again today.
There are a lot of more videos that you can play.
Yeah, I got a lot more that I can play other than that one. The other news out of AEW in the past, well, actually, it was kind of yesterday. It kind of came out, but it was Wade Keller said it last night. He was officially fired. Was Kevin Kelly was officially let go from AEW. Part of that was because of some celebrity was some social media stuff that went on this past week with between him. Well, it was just pretty much between him because Ian Riccaboni never responded to it for what at least from what I saw. So Kevin Kelly is gone. His tenure in AEW did not really go that well. He wasn't really well liked by the fans for the most part. And a lot of people said from the beginning, like, why did Ian Riccaboni just not take the gig? And the reason why is he turned it down from what I've understood. He wanted to spend more time with his family on the weekends, which is who would blame him, obviously. That's what he wants to do. So that was good. Good for him. So that was the thing there. Tony it wasn't working out. It makes sense in this case. If you're not going to put him on Ring of Honor and you're not going to put him on, you don't have AEW Dark obviously anymore, and you're not going to put him on Dynamite, this is a time where you let it go. Like, because we know Tony has a tendency to pay people through their contract, but this is one of those cases where.
Is this the second time in AEW history that someone's been fired?
I don't know.
Please, I'm asking this. I am not stating.
Yeah.
So please, someone tell me, is this the second time? Because like,
he had. What was that wrestler? Oh, Adam says that's no. Okay, so two different people. Subi says 7. Adam says 5. So I'm not even sure.
Oh no, like no. It is not the second, because I do not remember anything before and a bit after the pandemic. Because yeah, I can think about a couple of more. Yeah.
Well, Bea Priestley let go or fired? Wasn't she, or was that something else?
Wasn't Bea Priestley? Wasn't she? Her contract expired, and she was.
I don't know. That would be me.
I have no memory. No memory.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, duh. Punk, Ivelisse, Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, Ivelisse and Jimmy Havoc were the two that I remember.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc. Anyways.
Yeah, Ivelisse and Jimmy Havoc were the two I remembered, and Punk 3.
And Punk, of course. That was just too like. You would have thought we would have thought about that one right away. But
yeah, because it was fairly recent. That's why, like, yeah. But Ivelisse and yeah.
So we got that. Those two names, and then the other news, which was confirmed by Matt Hardy himself on his podcast with John Alba. He did confirm Sean Ross Sapp's Fightful Select report that his contract is up very soon at the end of March. Now, there we go. Here's 2 more. BJ Whitmer and
Atlas. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Jake Atlas. So
you have.
So yeah, that was you got those 2. So Matt Hardy, his contract's up. I don't know. I don't know. I assume they're not adding contract time because I would assume they would already added it. Like when I say contract time, if he's like had injury, because he missed some time for a while.
Well, he missed some time, but was it because there was nothing for him, or was it because he was injured?
Well, it was. That's the thing. I
was it because Jeff Hardy wasn't there because he was on.
I thought there was a point where Jeff Hardy was hurt. Matt Hardy was hurt for a little bit of time, but maybe I'm because I know he had that concussion, but I don't remember how long he missed during that time. I could go through Cage Match, but I didn't think about it when we were talking about this to see how much time he might have missed. But the other thing too is maybe it's one of those things where he plans on possibly resigning. Maybe he wants to see what TNA offers, because that delete stuff, I would love to see that come back. He might even have a plan. Who knows? Maybe he might have a desire to go back to WWE or WWE. You don't know. We don't know. So we'll have to see. Just interesting with those contracts and the time. I think Sean said it best. So with Jeff Hardy, or with Matt Hardy, I keep doing that. With Matt Hardy, is, can you imagine having the Hardys, Edge, and Christian, and never getting a match between, like, one last match? That'd be just so weird.
That is going to be so weird, and that is exactly why I was kind of taking, the inevitable Adam Copeland heel turn and him joining Christian Cage and forming the tag team together. I was kind of considering that as a given, because I knew that the Hardys were right there, and if this ends up leading towards the Hardys exiting AEW, this isn't going to be a thing. And that's kind of sad, because I get the nostalgia thing, but I would love to see these two teams go head to head for one last time. That is it. Like, I want to be honest with you guys. I'm not interested in the Hardy Boys being tag team champions. I am not interested in Christian Cage and Adam Copeland being tag team champions. Like, I see young, hungry talent in tag team wrestling that deserves to get a tremendous push, that deserve, to be put over, and that is actually the future of wrestling. And I don't both these teams have been tag team champions already. And again, I get the nostalgia act, but if you crown these two teams as tag team champions in order for them to build a new tag team that is going to dominate in the future, I can see that. But just feeding the nostalgia to, hungry member berries, I don't get that. It's just no.
That just popped me there. Yeah. Whew. Let's go to our next story here.
We can talk about Revolution. Or afterwards. Do you want it? Afterwards, we can talk about Revolution.
Yeah, we only have a couple of news stories left, and then we'll be able to go into that. Mercedes Mone, in an interview, she recently said that her quote was, "I know I'm going to be back in WWE one day. It's not over." She said this in an interview with T-Mac on Kick Rocks. Evan T-Mac, rather, on Kick Rocks. He used to be part of the Bump on WWE Network. So, but that was like the one quote that she had or she actually had a lot of quotes that were very interesting, but this is the one that caught my eye the most. When you think about it, and it's very intriguing, because I assume she probably signed. Again, I don't trying to make assumptions, but I'm assuming she signed a multi-year deal with AEW.
We still don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you get the chance to sign her, even if she only wants a 1-year deal, in my opinion, you still do it. Because when you can get somebody like that, you do it. But I think she signed a multi-year deal. But that's me making an assumption, which I try not to do in this business.
Everyone under the post went insane. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, she hasn't even debuted in AEW, and she's already making plans to go back to the Fed. And everyone And I'm like,
Uh,
this isn't a nice face for your future AEW Women's Champion. Just FYI. And I'm like, oh my god, like that
So-
is.
I can tell you why I didn't see it, because the thing is I love Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné as a competitor, wrestler. I think she's awesome. I think she's
Yes.
fantastic. I'm a big fan of hers. However, her fans can be
Her fans.
absolutely nuts. So her name is unfortunately on the mute in Twitter because of that reason.
Because of
Like
that.
I get
Because of
when
that.
there's news, like that's when I know, because when we reported on Fightful, that's when I know there's news to go out there and look for it. And I read the story. I don't go. That's one of the very few times I don't go into the comments, because they can
Yeah.
be mean as hell. And
Nuts, Rob. They are
yeah,
freaking nuts. And just FYI, Liv Morgan fans, you are so
They're-
close to becoming exactly
they're
like
getting
that.
there.
You're
Some of them are
getting
getting
there.
there. But I've noticed that with almost like all of some like fans of a lot of not everybody, but like a lot of the women's wrestlers. There's some that are just like
You know, and I get that because it's so easy. I mean, I myself am about to become the exact same fan of Will Ospreay because like I've always adored Will Ospreay, but now I'm about to become, that person who like just, searches Will Ospreay in the search engine and just everyone that says a mildly critique word for Will and I'm gonna fuck him up. Okay. I'm gonna fuck him up. I don't care. What? No, you're ugly. Like you're not. What? You
well,
said what about Will Ospreay? Your face, your ass is ugly.
that was like the thing I saw on Wednesday watching Dynamite. Somebody like I saw a couple of people make comments about Wardlow, like with what he was wearing, and I was just like,
The bikini.
man, I'm like, you guys better be glad Maggie's not on here. She'd be. I go, well, at first she wouldn't be paying attention because she'd have to be cleaning her carpet. But
Yeah. Wardlow made bikini look like he wears bikini better than me. So like kudos to Wardlow again. What the fuck? It's not fair.
sorry if you guys can hear my annoying dog going off, but it is what it is.
I'm blind. I can't hear.
We got a super chat. JM Beard says, "Happy International Women's Day, Maggie." With that quote by Monet, that doesn't mean she's planning to go back there next year. It could be like 10 years from now. Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, and that's the thing that people just aren't realizing. I remember last year around this time, I made the comment that this is what I said. I go, it might be next year, it might be 10 years, 15 years. I go, one day John Moxley is going to be at WWE Hall of Fame. Jesus. I got all kinds of like comments. And I was like, I'm not saying he's like going. I'm just saying one day he will be there to do it. I'm not like he might not be in, he might just be there to induct somebody. That's just
Absolutely. Like why is this so hard to believe?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is the enemy. Like get a grip. Guys, get a grip. Like all the fucking time. Like Moxley does a curb stomp to someone and the majority of the audience starts singing Seth Rollins' song.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins makes references to John Moxley all the time in his promos even.
Mhm.
Like they love each other. Like get a grip. Wrestlers love each other. Why are fans making it seem like word war?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I'll talk about that later. But Soupy sent us a generous Humper chat. He says, "Happy International Women's Day to all coexisters. I hope your eye gets better very quickly, Maggie."
Eyes, both of them.
Okay, eyes better. Your eyes.
Thank you for the awesome gift that you made me last week. It is so great. You made a gif of me from our show, and I'm just looking at the gif, and I'm like, why do I look adorable? Like, I never thought that I'm able to, look adorable. I'll send it to you. It's really nice.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, the last piece of news, or two more pieces of news. Steve Macklin did confirm in a interview with WrestleZone today. He did confirm Sean Ross Sapp's other report that his contract is up in May. So there's some more news. Maggie, here's a question for you. Does he join his wife in AEW? Does he re-sign with TNA? Or does he go possibly back to the WWE?
I think that all three are possible. He has somewhere to shine in TNA, first of all. Second of all, yes, the thing that comes to mind first is that he joins Deonna Purrazzo there, and just tour with each other and be on the road with each other and actually spend time with each other, because wrestler's life is extremely hard when you don't work for the same promotion, because you basically just don't spend time with each other. The third option, him going to WWE, I always feel like that once you're in WWE and you go somewhere else, you always go back because it is something that you want to prove to yourself. Because he was he never saw what he can be in WWE, and that kind of rhymed, and I'm really proud of it. So, and it's also kind of exciting for him and for us, because I kind of saw what he can do in TNA, because like I never quite actually put my eyes on on him and the two others back in WWE, because of that one person.
Yeah. That guy did not
yeah,
help
like
by any means.
Sure, he did not help, but like the Forgotten Sons, they their name is tainted from other bullshit that happened. So I kind of love the fact that he did a lot of stuff in Impact / TNA, so that people can no longer associate his name with that other guy. So I'll be excited whatever he wants to do. Like, I will always I adore Steve Macklin. Like, he's a cannon. The guy is a human cannon.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's my favorite TNA wrestler, like, other than Mustafa Ali right now, but I was a Mustafa Ali fan.
Like, way before. I know. So. Like, Josh Alexander's there, and he's like, he'll be fine wherever he decides to go. But him staying in TNA, I feel like, is good.
And this is just me thinking here, you even said it. Sometimes wrestlers think they have something they want to prove, and this is with me not knowing anything. Like, this is just, again, I guess I could see him going back to WWE more than I could see him going to AEW. That's just me. I have no idea, because I think if he knows he's not being put with a tag team, I think that might intrigue him a lot more.
Yeah.
So, and again, no idea. That's just me speculating, but I just want the man to be happy, and that's what matters most. And whatever he thinks is best, that's all I want for all wrestlers. Whatever they think is best, that's what I want for them. Everything else just doesn't matter. So we have one more super chat before we go into AEW Revolution. Throwback, our good friend, and I was going to bring up something about him shortly. He says, am I the only one excited for big business? I'll be there, and I'm excited for it. You guys think Okada showing up kind of deflated this coming Wednesday's Dynamite? Love you guys. Thank you. No, not at all, because
It did not whatsoever deflate anything about that, because no, we are going to talk about it. Also, we are sending all our love to Brody.
yep,
I
and the one thing, what I was going to say is Brody, he had his surgery, and Throwback sent me a picture of Brody today, and I'm going to upload it here.
You're not going to pull it up before asking him, right?
No, I already asked him this time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I already asked him, so we're ahead.
You already asked him?
Yep, I'm ahead. So I did ask him.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you have a path there.
Yeah, I have a past him telling people that.
Well, specifically throwbacks,
Yeah. Hey, he's going to be a dad soon before they announce it. Good job, dipshit.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that moment of myself, but there is. Look at the boy right there. Look at it, just sweet as he can be. He had a surgery.
A wonderful, wonderful child right there.
Yes.
Don't you he so has throwback size. It is so throwbacks. I adore that kid. He's so sweet.
Yeah. He said he had tubes in his ears and a scope done for his bronchiectasis, easy for me to say, passageway that was inflamed. So at the end of the month, and it sounds like he might have another surgery. But he's good, and as you can tell, he's doing good.
Is this photo taken right after the surgery or before the surgery?
I don't know if that was after or before. Throwback, if you're still here, you can let me know.
Yeah, please let us know. Either way, I really hope Brody's doing way better. I mean, Coexisting After Dark was Brody's first show. I mean, he was on the screen with Throwback. So yeah, we kind of take it personally, Rob and I. Please, it's goes without saying. Please, Throwback, keep us posted absolutely all the way. Please let us know how Brody's doing, and we're sending all the hugs and kisses your way. Next week, big business. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that show. But the thing is that this past week's AEW Revolution, that show, followed by this week's Dynamite, and before SmackDown and everything that WWE is doing right now. And The Rock said it best: wrestling is so cool right now. I am so in love with this, and because of my eyes right now, and they're really bumming me out. And thank God it's wrestling, because I don't know what I was gonna do if it weren't for wrestling. And I think I said it best after All Out 2021, because I was watching it live. I was on the watch along even on Fightful's Twitch. And right after the show, I was like, I feel really sorry for all my friends who don't watch wrestling and have no idea what this is, because they will never understand this. And they will never understand this feeling, because I have it in my head that Revolution 2020, All Out 2021, those are AEW's shows that are, under my skin as probably one of a part of AEW's best pay-per-view experience. Of course, All In is also there because it was a personal experience for me. But this year's Revolution 2024, oh my God. Like, and the highest were so high. And when it comes to this week's Dynamite, the high points were so high, and they were so many fucking goddamn lows that I absolutely hated. But there were like a lot of highs up there too. So what I'm saying is, when you have a show that is consistently good, you won't remember it as it being a wonderful show. If you have like matches and storylines going 1,000 miles per hour and then crashing and burning into something else that you don't like, but then going up again, this is what you remember. Your emotions. You don't remember the meh, even if it's a good meh. Like the first Forbidden Door. It was a cool show. It was Forbidden Door, but like Kenny Omega wasn't there. And how can how can you do that? Yeah. So I was absolutely in love with this year's Revolution. Of course, the entire pay-per-view was built around Sting's last match, and oh my God, did that match deliver? What did you think of it?
Oh, that match was just amazing. Like, I mean, I thought it was great. Sting even said he felt like that was one of his 3 best matches of all time, and it's like, wow. Before I forget, this was the other photo that Throwback sent me. That was after the surgery. So yeah, so that was after surgery. So wish Brody all the best for sure. Going back to the match though, that Sting match, it was just, I enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. Seeing his kids there for him, and then just watching the Young Bucks get their ass kicked. Because don't get me wrong, like the Young Bucks, I said this last week, when they're pricks, when they're absolute dipshits and assholes and douchebags, that's when they're at their best. I mean, they really are. I think everybody can agree with that. And with them taking the loss, that was really, I thought, cool, like, of them to do. I mean, it's effing Sting, for Christ's sakes. And
Yeah, I don't think that at the end
even
of
Sting wanted like to lose. That's the thing. Like, but it was one of those
I don't
things
think
where
that at the end of the day, I don't think that the Young Bucks were ever gonna, be okay with beating Sting. Always, what? Also, why didn't you tell me that Kate was in the chat? I have
I didn't see
trouble reading without my glasses. Kate, I love you. I cannot read because I don't have my glasses, seeing glasses.
I didn't see
So
her.
if
That's why I wasn't. For
so,
once
if
in my
you
life, I
want,
wasn't paying attention to chat. She says,
yeah,
"Happy
well,
International Women's Day to my Queen in Shades."
thank you,
Ryan
sweetie.
says,
If you
"Queen."
want, you can come on the show.
Ryan says, "Kate, get out." So
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, Jesus.
Throwback sent us another super chat. He says, "Maggie, you're awesome, but to quote it by the great man Peter Griffin, everyone should have a theme song, and Tupac's All Eyes on Me fit right now. Love you guys. Thank you for the love. Well played."
All eyes on me. Thank you for the pair of eyes that I apparently don't have. Yeah, so a lot of people, because I had no idea what Sting's last match was ever going to be. I really had no idea, because like it was easy for them to make it, a throwback to all of his of all his previous matches. What's happening?
I missed a super chat. JM Beard says, "I think as a gift to Maggie, TK needs to book Osprey versus Wardlow."
No, I don't want that match.
All right, here we got some more. Here's another one from him. Yeah, if from JM Beard, he says, "If Macklin went to AEW, I'd want him with a BCC. If he
Oh
went to
yes, oh
WWE,
fucking yeah.
I'd want him to go to NXT and be their champ. But I'm hoping he stays with TNA or go to New Japan." I'd be completely fine with any of those 4 choices.
Both these choices, Jambeard, are absolutely spot on. Him in BCC will be absolutely brilliant, and him being an NXT champion will rule so much. I mean, tell me right now that you don't want to see Steve Macklin versus Ilya Dragunov. Lie to my face right now that you don't want to see that. That's money. That's money. Like, yeah. So
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So going back to Sting's last match, they I thought, again, I had no idea what sort of match they were going for. What is happening every time?
I'm thinking, like, I'm not looking at chat. I'm just agreeing with you. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what match they were going for either, and I
had no idea because
Darby Allin's back did either.
Of course, sure. So the match started right out of the gate. I started crying because they did that awesome, video of Sting in the theater, watching his theater, and that kind of touched me. And everyone was crying in the audience. The huge amounts of signs for Sting. I like that. You know what I said on the pre-show? What gets me excited for Sting's last match is the other people's excitement, because I wasn't there in real life as Sting's career was developed, being a thing. So his sons come out, and I'm like, oh my god, he dyed his hair. Oh no, that's his son. I kind of fell for it, and I kind of feel like I'm the only one, because I almost fell for it, but I was sure that that's not him. And like, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm the only one. That's great. His sons are fucking brilliant in the ring. Like, one of them is a podcaster.
Yeah, he has a video game.
I don't know what the other person is, but like, how can you jump that good? And I'm like, they jump almost as good as Sean Ross Sapp does in the ring. Because Sean did a magnificent, splash in the corner in his match against Shaza. Shaza, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, they jump almost as good as Sean. That's great. I'm sure that they don't do a better drop toe hold, so that's kind of maybe the thing.
Probably not.
Yeah. So right out the gate, they attacked the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks then capitalized. Did some of the Falcon arrows from the ramp and suplexes and shit. And we see that, Darby's, setting up a glass in some chairs. And I'm like, well, that's Darby. He always does that. And then he beats up Matthew, I'm sorry. And, he sets up a ladder in the ring and goes up to the ladder. And I'm like, he's gonna die. That kid's gonna die. And then he launched himself from the top of the ladder. It was a huge ladder. It was not a short ladder that you go to change the light bulb. It was a tall ass ladder. So he climbed the ladder and dived, maybe kind of a swanton thing. I don't care. Like, it doesn't really matter, because his back he kind of went away. Like, his back decided to go home.
I'm like, when
into the sunset. That is
yikes.
Okay. So the moment that happened, because like that, first of all, that was real glass. I saw so many douchebags on the internet. That's not real glass. Okay, I'm a bartender. The moment I drop a glass, it shatters into the exact same pieces as that glass did. And I'm so pissed off because I need to, gather all these pieces. Otherwise, I'm going to get fucking, cut in my legs and everything. Like, and I don't want to get that. I see enough blood. Okay. I don't want like the rest of my body to bleed. So his back decides to flip him off and just go home, and I'm like, okay, so and you can see the medical personnel just launched when Darby hit the floor, and they just go there, and I'm like, well, what? Like, what is
Yeah.
happening? Like, what? And I'm like,
So
did everyone in that arena just, witness death? Because I was really worried for Darby at that exact moment. What did you think?
like of course I was just like, what the hell what the hell is he doing? And then all of a sudden I'm just like, he died. Like he's done. It's over. He's gone. It was a good run, is what I was thinking.
Yeah,
And
he was
I mean, they showed the way that blood just like it looked like just
everywhere.
like in your bar. When you grab if somebody spills a drink and you put that rag down to clean it up,
Mhm.
and how it just soaks through right away. That's
Yeah.
how his back just appeared with the blood. I was just like, ah, God, yep, that's not good. And the fact that he came back into the match even surprised me even more. Um, I enjoyed the match. My favorite match on the card was definitely Will Ospreay and
Yeah,
Takeshita
we're
for
gonna
me.
talk about that. Let
I
me
know,
finish.
but I'm just. But no,
Uh,
I mean that's really all I can say. Anymore about the Darby match, Darby and Sting versus Young Bucks. I enjoyed it. It was good.
yeah, the way Supi mentioned it, and I'm sorry because I cannot read my notes right now. I'm sorry. Like, my handwriting was made for someone who actually wears reading glasses, and I'm not that person right now. So yeah, Seek and Destroy. That was a really nice touch. I appreciate it. Um, so the way it ended, I'm glad Darby's alive, because afterwards he went out on Dynamite this week and said, well, I'm gonna, he left his title in the ring. I love that on the scrum, Tony Khan was like, I just announced your new match, your next match. And he was like, I have another match.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking laughed so much. It was Switchblade. So he's facing Switchblade, Jay White, and Boston next week. So that's kind of funny. So he's gonna go and climb Mount Everest.
Yep.
I am legitimately worried for the guy, because
Yeah.
that is, as it turns out, because I did my research, also Alex Palowski mentioned this on the post show for Dynamite. This past year has been the most death-worthy year when it comes
Yeah.
to people climbing Mount Everest. And I'm like,
Yeah. 2023 was not good.
yeah, 2023 was a bad year for people climbing Mount Everest. And I'm worried, okay? I'm legitimately worried. Like, I've been vocal on our show, because I
Mhm.
never stop. Uh, that I'm not the biggest fan of Darby Allin, but what's intriguing for Darby Allin in my eyes is I want to see what Darby Allin is in the future. And I like him going to climb Mount Everest kind of puts that into question, And I'm worried. I don't like what? Just don't do it. Just don't, like, no one will think less of you if a part of, Twitter trolls that have nothing else and better to do apart from themselves. So, like, just don't, okay? Like, no one will think less of you if you're going, psych, I don't want to go there. Fuck. like, no one will look at you in a bad way, Darby. I just want to see what you become in the future, okay? Just don't climb Mount Everest. I want to see you wrestle, okay? And I kind of feel like, no, okay? Just don't. Just come back. It's fine. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Will Ospreay. I'm so in love, okay? And that's why I'm not showing my eyes right now, because like they're not eyes anymore. They're like big red heart signs with Will Ospreay written in them. And I kind of don't feel ready for you guys to see that. So like wow, Will Ospreay. Hi.
He had 2 great matches this week.
M-
He has great
Already.
matches every damn week. Like every week he has just great matches. The guy's just too damn good. He's gonna lock up wrestler 2024 by next week, I swear. Just outstanding. That match with Kyle Fletcher was amazing. Obviously, Takeshita was just
The match that he had with Takeshita, that brainbuster on the turnbuckle, and Will Ospreay immediately pointing towards his lower back to the ref, and I was like, "Oh, fuck no!" Like what? No, 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 no. And then he showed on the press scrum. He was like, "I'm not gonna show you my ass." Well, you should have. Like, what are we here for? Just show your ass. What? There are women here. Like, Wardlow cannot be doing the entire work, okay? Like he wants to, to make the women's demographic more. Will Ospreay should show his butt more, okay? So like that's Wardlow in a bikini isn't gonna cut it at some point. Like Will Ospreay should, yeah. Yeah, so that match was absolutely match of the year for me right now, as of this point. Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. You can tell from the very beginning of that match that those people know each other so well. The counters that they had for each other rule ass. Like, what the fuck was even this match? Like,
that's the thing. They just know each other so well, and it was just so damn
so
good.
well. They know each other so well. I'm gonna need this match without commercial breaks because that's what I was watching. So at the end of the match, Bryan Danielson came out. So this is gonna happen, and I kind of feel like because I didn't stop talking about it because Bryan Danielson was the one to talk about British wrestlers after Forbidden Door. And one of, in the press scrum, and one of the interviewers was like, well, what about the rest of, the British? And he's like, who else? And there was like, Will Ospreay. And he was like, oh, right. And I'm like, there you go. That's the match. That is the match. So I'd like to think that we're gonna see that at AEW Dynasty. That right? Like that's
I would
that's the thing
assume.
now. Yeah. But I so cannot wait for this. Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay, just fuck. I don't have the emotional capacity to handle that. Yet. The other thing is, the Young Bucks go outside, go in the ring, and they were like, "We have a couple of points to get across." So first of all, Hanger, you're suspended from the Elite. So I don't know if that was a slip, or they meant AEW, or like they just said the Elite. I don't know. So
I think they meant
suspended
the Elite.
Hangman.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
they just
so
meant the
they
Elite.
suspended Hangman and fired Kenny Omega because he was missing for no apparent reason. And after that, Kenny Omega tweeted out his meme. I laughed so hard. Kenny's such a sweetheart. And
he's
then
doing his Twitch now too, by the way.
yeah, he's doing his Twitch. He's incredibly transparent on Twitch that he has. He's coming back, but like I believe him when he said that he has no idea when. I'm sure that there are gonna be people who he's keeping kayfabe. Fine, that's I hope, because I would much rather hope that I'm being worked into a shoot and not know that he legitimately doesn't know when he's gonna get back. I'm hoping that he's clear as to when he's gonna come back, because I miss the guy, and AEW will never be the same without Kenny Omega, because like I love you, sir. So Eddie Kingston comes out and he was like, I know that you're gonna find me for that, so there you go. So he flips them off, and then shoves some money into their faces, and they immediately attack the guy. So then we hear the coin drop. And I was like, oh, fucking yes, like, there we go. And Okada comes out in a suit. He's wearing a suit. And I'm like, oh my God, he's with the Bucks.
Yep.
He's so with the Bucks. And everyone knew at that point, the moment he came out with a suit, everyone knew. And if you didn't, you're a stupid face. Okay? So then he comes in the ring and does the Rainmaker, on Kingston. And I'm like, he's going after the Triple Crown. So bye-bye, New Japan. LOL, just kidding. I'm New Japan strong champion.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm almost kind of sure that Okada's gonna beat Kingston for that Triple Crown. We knew that they were building towards something when Eddie mentioned behind, in backstage interviews, that he was not a fan of whatever the Bucks were doing. That storytelling, because I kind of always felt like that was Eddie being Eddie, but turns out they were building towards that, and I appreciate it really, really, a lot. So AEW is thriving right now.
No, yeah, it is. Oh, it's been fantastic, and I really enjoyed it how they brought him in, because that was the thing. I was kind of wondering because they brought in Osprey, obviously, and I'm thinking they have to make him a face. They have to, and obviously, Mercedes is going to get. She's going to be a face, even if she does something like to be a heel. She's going to be a face because people are going to cheer for her. It's just the way it is. She's at that level in her career that she's always going to be cheered. So you got that going. So I figured that Okada was going to need to be a heel coming in. That was just my thought process. And when he came out there in the suit, that's when I'm like, okay, he's going to do something to Kingston. Like he might help him with the Bucks, but he's still going to hit Kingston, so. Yeah. We got to do our sacrifice predictions, so we got to get going here.
Sure.
Do you want to go ahead and start that, or should we? Do you have anything else you want to talk about for Revolution?
No, we can start. We can do the Cooper effect first, and then we can just finish off with the sacrifice stuff.
One thing before we go into the Cooper effect, Jeremy posted a story today because Chuck Taylor tweeted this. Chuck Taylor thinks he's the leader of chaos now, and Jerry put in parentheses, it's Sue, and Sue responded, haha, it's me. Yes, I love Sue. She's amazing.
Sue is so great. I love Sue.
Yeah. So that made me, like, when I just saw that, I was like, yep, that's got to go on the show. So shout out to Jeremy for getting our hero Sue on the responding there. Yeah, let's do Cooper effect. Yeah. So our Cooper effect today is none other. Usually we always do animals. You guys know that. But this week we are actually going to talk about a wrestler who did something really cool. Yu Yamura did something basically he cut his hair in a loser has to lose a hair match. What he did it for was he cut his hair to benefit those with chemo who were going through chemotherapy. He donated his hair like Sean did for to make wigs. So that's what he did for this hair versus hair match. When asked how to describe how losing his hair made him feel, he said, sad, really. I was proud of my hair. So sad is the only word I have for it. And when he donated his hair to the donation center, he says, I actually gave the hair to a donation place to make wigs for chemotherapy patients, things like that. Hopefully hopefully they can use some of it. So the fact that he made something good out of it come out, man, I can't even talk today. I'm sorry about that. But the fact that he did something
Well, you
good,
can talk. I can see. That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
we
What
roll.
else is new, right? No. So yeah, so it's just really cool that he did something like that to benefit others, other than like self. I mean, I know like to lose your hair when you don't want to would suck, but the fact that he did something cool like that to donate his hair is very cool of him to do. And like I said, Sean did that a couple years ago in Cleveland. He had uh, the was it the Nightmare Collection? Is that what Nightmare Collective? I think was their name.
Yeah,
Brandy Rhodes, Luther, and
Mhm.
I can't remember her name. It was Carmen WWE, but yeah. But yeah, very cool of him to do that. So I thought he should have been the Cooper effect for today, and there he was. So,
Sacrifice.
yep, Sacrifice. Let's do this. Maggie, TNA Sacrifice is taking place tonight in Windsor,
I
Ontario.
hate Friday shows. I really
Yeah, I
hate
know.
TNA Friday shows.
Yeah, it's the first one they've had in a while too, I believe. They're
Like
in
it's
Windsor on.
stupid because like it's better to go out to go right next to during Collision as opposed to during SmackDown. So just and Collision is a taped show this week. Just FYI.
Well, I mean, when they scheduled this, they probably didn't know that. I mean, but who knows? Anyways, TNA Plus tonight. They're taking place at the Windsor, Ontario, Canada, at St. Clair College. The match starting off for their countdown to TNA Sacrifice. You have the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel taking on Speedball Mountain of Trent Seven and Mike Bailey. Maggie, who you got?
I will never root against Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. Although I kind of feel like the Rascals can, easily take the victory here, but Trent Seven and Speedball Mike Bailey, those are the ones I'm going for.
Okay, we have another super chat that I missed, so let's see here. We need to make a match to make Maggie happy. Maggie versus Wardlow. Also, Macklin and NXT would be great, but Ilya's getting called up after Mania. There you
He
go.
can go back to wrestle Nick Macklin and just go back to the main roster. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I have Speedball Mountain. I think wins this.
Sure.
Yeah. A match that was changed today: TNA Digital Championship. Joe Hendry taking on Crazy Steve.
Joe Hendry was brilliant with that title, but what? I'm gonna go with Joe Hendry. Crazy Steve got that title, from Tommy Dreamer most recently. Well, not most recently, but fairly recently. And he hasn't had a proper run with it still. But I'm gonna go with Joe Hendry because like he was really good with it. Also, I need more songs, so
I think Crazy Steve wins because I have a feeling that there will be some shenanigans in this match. I think Joe Hendry.
of course.
I think somebody will cost Joe Hendry this match. So
Simon Miller.
yeah, Simon Miller is going to show up and cause him this match. So got those two. Now we go to the main card. No DQ match. PCO taking on Khan. I think Khan gets the win here.
I too think that Khan will get the win here. I hate saying this, Sir PCO. I know that you adore me because you follow me on Twitter. It's not. I hate to do this, but Khan, yeah.
I like PCO, even though I can't spell PCO. I'm a big fan of his. Sorry, I just did that to get you. I think Khan gets the win here.
Yeah.
TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. MK Ultra taking on Danny Luna and Jody Threat. I'm never going to pick against MK Ultra.
Yeah, because they're probably gonna beat you up. So yeah. I mean, even I'm in love with those two. So like, yeah. Danny Luna. I really want to see more of her on TNA.
Yeah.
I really do.
She's good.
Yeah, being a part of subculture over at NXT UK, that was good. Like she's been having some matches in TNA. That's awesome. But like, give me more, because like I know that she can. Just I love the fact that she's out there and they're giving her opportunities. So like that's good.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. TNA Knockouts Championship. Jordan Grace in a triple threat match taking on Tasha Steelz and Zaya Brookside. Jordan Grace retains here.
This is an easy win. Zaya Brookside is also another person from NXT UK that I love seeing on TNA. Also, a lot of people are right now finding out about her because, like I always said, me and probably 7 more people watched NXT UK. So that's when people, oh my god, who is it? That's Zaya Brookside. She was she was a bitch in NXT UK at the end. Like she was a real bitch at the end, you know. Yeah, so easy win for Jordan Grace. I mean, she can easily stack both of them, but like I'm pretty sure that she's gonna pin Zaya Brookside because Tasha Steelz. I want to see a future push for her because she was a good Knockouts champion. Her feud with Mickie James was good. I like that.
Yeah. Yep, I have. Well, like I said, Jordan Grace gets the win here. We move on to Nick Nemeth taking on Steve Macklin. I do not like picking against Steve Macklin, so I won't. I pick a Steve Macklin, even though I know he will lose.
No, Nick Nemeth will absolutely win here. I am
he will.
excited for this match, though. I'm excited for this match.
This is a match I'm looking forward to, and I will pick Nick Nemeth. He's going to win, because with Steve's contract coming up, it just makes sense. Nemeth, and plus Nemeth, you're going to push him anyway. So Nemeth gets the win. I think that's an easy one.
Extremely excited for the match, though. If you're not gonna watch Sacrifice, which you should, at least tune in for 2 matches: Nemeth and Steve Macklin, and Hammerstone and Josh Alexander.
Yep, and that's the next match. Hammerstone taking on Josh Alexander.
This is a hell of a match. Hammerstone is under TNA contract now, as opposed to their last match that they had, which Josh Alexander won. Hell of a match, by the way. So Hammerstone being a part of TNA now.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Do you... I don't know. Like, Hammerstone is like... I kind of thought that he had one foot in the door after his first match against Josh Alexander. I knew that people were gonna want to sign the guy, but like, I don't know. Do I pick him, like pinning Josh Alexander, who I absolutely adore? I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know, because like Josh Alexander in my eyes is the face of TNA. Like, fuck Moose, I don't care. Like, it's not Moose. Like, fuck the guy. No.
Yeah. No, I completely understand where you're coming from here. It's a hard match to choose from. I'm gonna go with Josh Alexander. I just have a feeling maybe he'll...
Yeah, I go with Josh Alexander too, and maybe like they don't go up against each other for quite some time, and then inevitably Hammerstone can be actually the one to dethrone Josh Alexander once he gets his hands on that TNA championship once again. Like, I'd
Yeah.
love to see that because Hammerstone being the future of TNA is something I can get behind.
Yep. Okay, we have the 6-man tag match that was changed last night on TNA Impact. It is now Time Machine, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kushida taking on the Grizzled Young Vets and Mustafa Ali.
Okay, listen to me.
I think this one's easy. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Ali and the Vets.
Ali and Grizzled Young Veterans. Also, I think that Alex Shelley is turning heel. Because Kushida threw in the towel for his match against Moose.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like Alex Shelley's pissed off about that.
Yeah.
And
yep,
Alex Shelley will make an absolute heel and a great one, might I add, because like we like Rob and I both adore Motor City Machine Guns, but like we know that they're kind of assholes. Like that's why I like the Young Bucks, because even when the Young Bucks were faces, they were always kind of assholes. You know, they were dicks. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Probably Alex Shelley turns heel after the match.
Yeah. Yep, I can see that. But yeah, Ali and Grizzled Young Vets get this victory. And then
I'm
the main
looking forward
event.
to that, by the way.
Yeah, Joel did say this. I didn't think about that. Alex Shelley is a heel on the Indies, and then on TNA he's a babyface. So TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Moose defending its title against Eric Young. I like Eric Young. I don't think he's going to win.
I adore Eric Young. I like his shirt.
But I think I know what you want to say. It's one of your callings on our post shows.
I don't give a fuck.
There you go. That's what I was thinking.
I don't give a fuck. I would have given a fuck if I knew that, Eric Young was winning, but he's not. I'm sorry, I'm just not into Moose, okay? I cannot get I don't like he's not. I could never relate to the guy, and like I'm sorry.
I get it.
There's
No, I understand.
nothing against the Moose, okay? It's
the Moose.
just
yeah, it's just
not my cup of tea. I'm sorry, I cannot get behind the guy.
No, I get it. I understand. The character is just kind of. It's just not like doing anything for me. I think he's a great wrestler. It's just not doing anything for me.
Amazing!
This character.
I'm not gonna even no.
Yeah, but tonight on SmackDown, The Rock will be there. Roman Reigns will be there. So you got that.
Seth Rollins will be there.
Yeah, Seth Rollins will be there. We do have a super chat from Eric. He says, "Don't know if I'll get in before the end of the show off, but hey, hope you all have good weekends. And also, does Ali win the TNA championship at some point? I do believe he will.
Better duh.
Yeah, better. So I do. And thanks for the super chat. We appreciate that.
Thank you for
Maggie,
the support, me.
Plug your shit, please.
Guys, you can follow me on Twixter at Maggie_IK and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you. Rob, where they can find you?
Guys, you can follow me on Twix at Rob Wilkins. I'm also on Instagram at FightfulRob and on Threads at FightfulRob. I have a new show that is on Fightful Overbooked. It's called Fightful Movie Club this week. That is not a good graphic there, damn it. But anyways, Fightful Movie Club, we interviewed Mason Madden. We reviewed Kill Bill. And then next week, I am announcing it right now for the first time. Josh Alexander. We interviewed him and we reviewed The Town. So we will have that on next week's episode, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Not entirely sure on what date, but we have some more interviews lined up in the can. We're actually, I think we might have 3 interviews next week. So we're going to have a lot of interviews in the can going. So looking forward to that. So check that out.
Josh.
Yeah, it was fun. A very good guy. So now you guys know why I had a hard time picking against Josh. But want to say thank you guys for tuning in tonight. If you listen to this before or if you're watching it tonight on SmackDown Post Show, you have Kate and Alex. Sean will probably pop in, I'm sure. Other than that, we want to say thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys again next week.
Hopefully without my glasses.
Hopefully without her glasses.
Throwing it out there.
Throwing it out there, she says. But want to say thank you again for tuning in. We really do appreciate all of you for joining. We will see you next week. Peace out. Bye-bye.